Gulliver in Lilliput. Hello, my name is Lemuel Gulliver. I love to travel and see new places. One day, I got on a ship with many sailors. We sailed across the wide ocean. The sky was blue. The wind was strong. Everything was fine. At first, but one night a terrible storm came. The wind screamed. The waves crashed. Our ship broke into pieces. I fell into the sea. I swam and swam. The water was cold. My arms were tired. But then I saw land. Land, I must reach it. I reached the beach and fell asleep. I was so tired. I slept for many, many hours. When I opened my eyes, I could not move. My arms, my legs, my body. They were tied with many ropes. I looked down, and I couldn't believe what I saw. Tiny people? Yes! Tiny people were walking on my chest. They were smaller than my finger. Some had bows and arrows. Some climbed up my body. They looked at my face. They spoke in a strange language. I didn't understand them. Then, more tiny people came. They gave me food and water. I was so hungry, so I ate carefully, very carefully, because I didn't want to hurt anyone. These little people were kind, but they were also afraid of me. Their name was Lilliputians. Their country was called Lilliput. The Lilliputians wanted to move me to their city. But how? I was so big, they were so small. They made a giant cart with wheels. Hundreds of tiny horses pulled it. Slowly they took me to the capital city. People came out to see me. Tiny men, tiny women, and even tiny children. They looked at me with big eyes. Some were scared. Some smiled and waved. They put me in a big open area. They gave me a special house, a house made just for me. It was small for me, but big for them. Then the Emperor of Lilliput came to see me. He was proud and serious, but he was only as tall as my hand. He asked me questions. I didn't understand everything, but I tried to answer kindly. Every day I learned a few new words. Soon, I could speak their language. Just a little. The Emperor liked me. He saw that I was gentle and kind. I said to him, "I will not hurt your people. I want to be your friend." He smiled.
"You are welcome in Lilliput,"
he said. After that, life became better. The Lilliputians gave me food every day. They brought me bread, meat, and milk. In very tiny pieces, I helped them too. One day, a fire broke out in the palace. The people shouted, "Fire! Fire!" I didn't have water. So I used something else. Yes, I used my pea. The fire went out. The emperor was not happy about how I did it. But the palace was safe. People started to love me. They called me the gentle giant. I liked my new home. I felt happy and safe. But soon I heard some bad news. Lilliput had a big enemy, a country called Blefuscu. The two countries were always fighting. But do you know why they fought? Because of eggs. Yes, eggs. Long ago, the emperor's great-grandfather said, people must break their eggs at the small end. But some people said, no, we must break eggs at the big end. So the two sides started to fight. Many people died because of how to eat an egg. It was a very silly war. One day, the emperor said to me,
"Gulliver, help us. Use your great size and power. Destroy the enemy ships of Blefuscu."
I did not want to fight, but I wanted to help Lilliput. So, I made a plan. That night, I walked into the sea. The water was deep, but I was tall. I walked and walked until I saw Blefuscu's warships. I smiled. Then, I tied ropes to 50 ships. I pulled them back through the water, all the way to Lilliput. Everyone in Lilliput was amazed. They shouted, "Hooray, hooray for Gulliver!" They danced and sang. The emperor was very proud. He said,
Now go and destroy the rest of Blefuscu. Be our weapon. Crush them.
I was shocked. I said, No, I will not kill. I want peace, not war. The emperor's face changed. He was angry. He didn't say thank you. He turned and walked away. Some people in the palace also became angry. They whispered,
Gulliver is too powerful. We must stop him.
After I said no to war, the emperor changed. He no longer smiled at me. He no longer gave kind words. Some people in the palace were jealous. They didn't like that the people loved me. They whispered behind my back. One day, a friend came to me. He was a kind man who worked in the palace. He said in a soft voice,
Gulliver, you must leave. The Emperor is angry. He and the others made a plan.
I asked, what kind of plan? He looked around, then whispered,
They want to blind you
and give you only a little food.
until you die slowly.
I was shocked. After all I've done, I said, I saved their city. I helped them, but I knew it was not safe anymore. That night, when everyone was asleep, I stood up quietly. I walked carefully toward the sea. I had to escape before it was too late. I walked into the water and swam. Soon, I reached Blefuscu. The people there were surprised, but they were kind. They gave me food, dry clothes, and a place to rest. I stayed in Blefuscu for a few days. Then, one morning, I saw something far away. It was a real ship, a ship from England. I jumped and waved my arms. Help! Over here! The sailors saw me. They came close. I climbed onto their ship. I was going home. Back to my country. Back to my family. When I arrived in England, people asked, Where were you? What happened? I told them the story. About the storm, the tiny people, the war, and the escape. Some people laughed. Some people did not believe me. But I know the truth. I remember the tiny voices, the tiny houses, and the little emperor. Yes, I will always remember Lilliput.